Hi, welcome to my weekly videos. My name is Floria, founder of Recognize Your Potential. And thank you so much for joining me here today on this fabulous, awesome Monday. You know I love Mondays, and because there is so much that I am excited about, and I also love and look forward to spending time with you. Hi, Mina. Great to see you. Thank you so much for joining here today. Now, as you know, our topic today, well, perhaps you may not know what our topic today is, but it is all about how much you love yourself and how nice are you. Hi, Debbie. Wonderful to see you. Thank you so much for joining from Florida. I think Florida. Did I get that right, Debbie? So today's post was asking, how nice are you to your team, to your colleagues, to your boss, and associates, or friends, or even more so to yourself. Now, before we get into the topic, I bet you know where I'm going, because being nice to yourself is not something that most people actually want to talk about. Nobody asks, how nice are you? And people say, because it may not be appropriate. However, it's a question that I am asked often. How can you be nice when others are not? How can we do that, whether at work, in life, in business? There are tons of times, circumstances that someone may not be nice. And I respond that being nice is not a checkbox to say, hey, I have checked the box saying, yes, I'm nice enough. And it's never nice enough. It's being nice to ourselves. So let's go in from the first step. Being nice to ourselves, to you, is vital for self-respect. So if you like self-respect, you want to practice being nice to yourself. And the nicer you are to yourself, the better chance of being nice to others, even when they may not be nice. Now, in life, in business, in work, we have all heard so much about building trust. That we want to build greater trust in business, in work, and in life. We want to have trusting relationships. Trusting relationships are also built on the foundation of being nice to yourself and others. We hear a lot about trust and respect at the workplace. And it's something that we talk a lot about, and we have heard in the last several years why it is crucial to engagement, to productivity, to managing time, to managing stress, to leadership, to especially positive leadership, to being who you are, and to self-awareness. So being nice is so vital to so many aspects of things that we like, the things that we like. Thanks so much for agreeing. and I am glad you do. And most people do agree with being nice is important, but they also forget, so many forget that being nice, if being nice is so cool and so nice, why shouldn't we be nice to ourselves? Because who better to practice it on than you? You want to focus on being nice to yourself. So if I keep saying to myself, hey, Floria, sucks to be you, or how awful, you're not doing the right thing, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you shouldn't be doing this, that kind of conversation with me is going to soon turn on to others, because that's what I'm continuously talking about. It's top of mind. Being nice to yourself is vital, foundation for self-respect. So if you like self-respect, you need to start from being nice to yourself. I sometimes joke about it with my clients, or in a workshop, I say, just pretend you like yourself, just for a little bit. Pretend you like yourself, because then you will feel much better. And they laugh about it. They think I'm joking. Yes, I'm saying it in a joking way. However, I am serious, because it is so vital for us to be nice. We all think that it is a wonderful attribute, characteristic. We say so-and-so is so nice, and we applaud it in someone else. However, we don't often turn it to ourselves. Now, the next piece is that the relationship, the correlation between being nice to you and leadership, because positive leadership is also about self-awareness. And how can you expect your team to follow you if you're not nice to them? That being said, we don't want to get into the trap, to fall into the trap that I'll be nice to you so that you'll give me a raise. I'll be nice to you so that you'll give me a contract, so that you will do what I have asked you to do, or hang out with me, or give me a compliment, or the list goes on. So the first thing is that being nice to yourself and to others is so crucial to positive leadership, because positive leadership is all about being self-aware and treating others the way we want to be treated. Leading by example. So leading by example to your team or to your boss is something that you want to practice more and more. And again, who better to practice it than yourself? You also heard me talk about that we don't want to be nice just so that we can get what we want, because then am I being really nice? If you see me down the street and I am not nice, or I'm only nice to you because you are a regular audience and viewing my videos, then you say, well, Floria isn't that nice to begin with, because she only wants to be nice to those who are actually watching her videos or her clients. You get to know me because of how I treat others. My grandmother used to say, always watch and see how someone treats others, because then you get to know them. If you are on a dinner and someone is only nice to you, but not on a date, and not nice to the waiter, you know that how things could be. And they're giving you a chance to see other aspects of them. So if that's what we do to others, we look at and get to know them, then you would do the same to me. Doesn't that make sense? That you would also look to see how I respond to you, even though you're not a client or a close friend. If I'm only nice to my family or close friends, and you say, well, if we're not in that circle, then she won't be nice. So you want to practice. And the more you practice being nice to yourself, the easier it will be to be nice even when someone is not being nice to you. I've been paying attention to this and practicing it myself. And I know the nicer I am to myself and give myself a break, then you, as someone else, have got a better chance for me to treat you nicely, even though someone might have a day that is not your best. We've all had those. And it takes practice to continuously be nice, even when things don't work out the way we want it to be. Even when something goes wrong or someone is not being their nicest to us. This is not something that you be nice to me, then I'll be nice to you. Then who has to take the first step? And it's also the foundation of the principle of treating others the way you would like to be treated. As you see, there is such strong correlation between the various aspects, and they're built on each other. So the nicer you are to yourself, the more respect you have for yourself, and you will feel more self-worth. And the more self-worth you feel for yourself, the more you will trust and establish trust and respect for others. You don't demand respect from others. You give respect because that's what you have. In your store, to yourself, you practice, you have respect for yourself. Hi, Lynn, so wonderful to see you. And thanks so much for joining here today. Practicing respect for you gets you ready for practicing respect for others, or being nice to yourself and being nice to others. So, being nice to you is vital for self-love, for self-worth, for self-respect. Don't expect something from others in order to be nice to them. Don't expect a contract, a job, a client, a dinner, or hanging out with someone, or applause somewhere. Be nice because that's who you want to be, and you practice it with yourself. And also Being nice is the foundation for trust and respect at the workplace. We talk about these things in terms that we say, yes, today we need to be respectful and trusting at the workplace. But how does that happen? It starts with me on little tiny steps. Small steps, as you have heard me say many times, small steps create huge impact. So, thank you so much again for taking the time to join me here today live, or whether you want to watch this video later. I really appreciate your attention, your time, and taking the time to also send me your gifts of feedback, because that's how I grow, I learn, I become better, and talk about relevant topics that are important to you. Otherwise, I'll be just blabbing about what I think so, and you say, boy, she has no clue. So help me to become better as well. We are all in this together. Now, I am so excited because this evening I have a mindfulness group starting for 8 weeks. And if you still have chance to register or drop in, send me a quick line to let me know that you're going to be dropping in. You can find all the information on my business page. Mindfulness is a superpower. Hi Archie, great to see you. And I would love for you to join me tonight, 7 to 8:30, mindfulness group. Mindfulness is a superpower for joy and happiness, to enjoy more of the journey, your journey. Don't wait for years later to enjoy it now. So look forward to connecting, hearing from you. If you're joining me tonight at the George Wright House, starting at 7 p.m., and you still have time to register for the 8 weeks or drop in, look forward to seeing you. Make it a marvelous Monday. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my email list, recognizeyourpotential.com. And have a marvelous week, marvelous Monday. Make the most of your Mondays and your weeks ahead, and watch what happens.